don't worry. Everything that you want, it'll come. You'll win some and lose some.
Day one of living in the storage unit. I was able to get electricity so I could start cooking. Tonight I'm gonna finally be able to stretch out while I'm sleeping. It's actually better than sleeping in the car.
And then I can ventilate through the door. So in a situation like this, it's just as important to insulate underneath you as it is on top of you.
Many Americans are struggling, but nowadays people are struggling so much with essentials that they're having to leave living in even an apartment and move into a storage facility or even a U-Haul. Now, as food goes up, electricity goes up, gas goes up, rent goes up, medical bills go up, you get paid less and less. People are scrambling, trying to figure out how to make ends meet. In this video, we're going to show what people are saying online and what are some things that we can actually do to help assist this and move people into a better place in months to come. If you find yourself in a financial jam and you're trying to figure out how do I get out of the system, how do I eliminate having a boss so that I can make more money and to grow beyond that ceiling. If that's you, click the first link in the description. I'm hosting a very special workshop where I talk about when I got laid off, I ended up starting an online business and replaced my income within the first 90 days of starting, and I want to help you as well. First link in the description. Let's get into this.
Living in a storage unit. I used to work at a storage facility, being that student loans are going to have to probably be repaid soon, and 50-50 if you get that waiver of $10,000 to $20,000, your living situation may change drastically. That is why I am doing this. Step 1, be a ghost. Don't be seen by employees or tenants, or be seen as little as possible. Go in before or after the employee gets there, outside of normal business hours so they don't see you. If you are there during normal business hours, don't be seen. Make it look like you're not there. If you're in hot or cold climate, you're going to want to be temperature controlled. Temperature controlled units typically stay between 55 and 80 degrees. Meaning that you can stay there throughout the winter and summer and not die, which is very, very good.
It breaks my heart to actually see this. People are struggling and it's just continuing to get tougher and tougher and tougher, and I hate seeing it. I hate seeing people getting squeezed in so many different ways at different angles, because it used to be, okay, we'll cut back a little bit or we'll get an extra job here, but now you're talking about essentials going away and people are having a hard time just covering the basics. I hate seeing it, and everyone's getting forced to make more money somehow because their essentials are now being interrupted to such a degree that people are just struggling to such a degree. It's awful to see.
There's no insulation on this, plus you're going to want some cushion to it. Underneath here I've got a Mexican style blanket, then I've got a memory foam mattress pad, it's like a 2.5 inch, and then I've got like a Sherpa fleece blanket that's going to go down, and then I have my down comforter that will go down over the top of that. It's starting to get dark out here. The camera's going to start fading. The bed is set up here, fits nicely. I still have lots of room here where I'll be able to do my cooking and stuff. Part of staying warm tonight is going to be the mystery heater. I've used these things for years. You guys have seen it on lots of my other videos before I got my diesel heater. Now, I'll talk more about the safety and the importance of safety when it comes to using heaters like this, especially in a confined area. So we'll get in more of that later. Right now I just want to organize stuff, get things kind of set up.
That's really helpful information. But it's crazy to think that this is the kind of stuff that people are needing to learn on how to navigate living in a storage unit. I mean, and we're talking about everyday people, people who are wanting to do better, wanting to provide for their families, wanting to make the world a better place, and struggle on the most basic things. It's absolutely crazy.
here we are, being able to kick back, live a little bit of U-Haul life, which is pretty cool. It's definitely an adventure. And of course, it's always great to save on hotel costs in a situation like this. But even beyond that, it's pretty cool to be able to expand the adventures into trying out something like living in a U-Haul truck.
He's definitely making an adventure out of it. And I know as a kid, growing up, you know, these kind of things are like, hey, that'd be kind of fun and cool, until the essentials are no longer being adequate. And now you're being forced to be in this situation. And really, people are being tested in ways that they've never been tested before. But a lot of these people are also having good attitudes in the process. And that's just mind-blowing. It just says a lot about people. When it comes to it, even in stretching, you can find good attitudes everywhere. And I think that's just encouraging. And I hope that they can pull out of this.
So if you're going to live in a storage unit, you're going to need to be as invisible as you possibly can be. You basically need to be a ghost. If anybody finds out you're here, that's when you start running into trouble. So first of all, I needed power for my unit. So what I did is I ran an extension cord along the power cable up here, and I sort of zip tied it up. So you can't really tell its power is going to my unit unless you are looking closely.
You know, the creativity with people today is just mind-blowing as well. Like, seeing how people are adjusting and making it to survive is actually impressive to see that. And I don't like the pressure that we're all feeling, but part of it is, what do you do with that when you have it, and how do you bounce back? And it's just encouraging to see some people being able to continue on and not throw in the towel.
This is my tiny home on wheels. I installed the standard RV door in the back and added a mini split air conditioner. On the roof, I have 1200 watts of solar power. I built a large kitchen with an induction cooktop and a lot of counter space. I have a 12-volt refrigerator, and it's got plenty of room for all the goodies. I cut in a door that allows me access to the cab without having to go outside. The large stainless steel sink with this cool mirror. I even built a closet to hang up my shirts. My benches can be in double bench mode, or I can set it up in half bench mode, which is a cool spot to hang out and work on my laptop. When it's time for bed, I push everything together and I have a full-size 8-inch memory foam mattress. And my favorite thing about the van is I don't pay rent, I don't pay electric, I don't pay water, I don't pay garbage. I have very low expenses and I get to travel whenever and wherever I want. My favorite thing to do is hang out in nature.
I like what they do on converting these U-Hauls to vans to live in. I think it's kind of creative. But I can't help but notice and realize that as adventurous as some of these is, the fact that some people are doing it just out of necessity to survive in America is absolutely mind-blowing. And there's something wrong about that. There's something wrong about working full-time and not being able to cover the most basic essentials. There's something wrong about that.
Move.
Love these guys' attitude about pushing forward. The past is the past, whatever they're going through, the struggles, and they're continuing to not give up. And I think that that is very encouraging for people that are going through this.
They wanted living in the storage unit. I was able to get electricity so I could start cooking. Tonight I'm gonna finally be able to stretch out while I'm sleeping. It's actually better than sleeping in the car. I'm just trying to be grateful because I know there's somebody that would trade positions with me.
Now, if you're sleeping with a real roof over your head, count your blessings. Think about it. You're able to sleep probably behind a lock with air conditioning for most places in America. And you have people worrying about ventilation and being a ghost and being stealth and no one knows you're there and having to kind of watch your back on everything. It's just, there's just no way to live. It's no way to live. And I hate the painful part we're in right now. And I hope people are realizing and waking up that the old ways of doing things is just not going to work anymore. They're going to have to dig deep and do some things that are even more uncomfortable, potentially, to pull out of this. And it's sad to see the constant pressure, and people are still making investments.
Seven or more days I have been living in this U-Haul van. So let's talk about how when there is faith involved in your journey and a messed up wig, there's contention along the way. There's heartbreak, there's sacrifice, there's loneliness, and there's wilderness. For me, part of the reason why I'm even in this scenario is because I have heard Spirit telling me that it is my responsibility to go higher, to ascend, to go where I'm supposed to go, which is in part out of the state of Georgia.
And don't worry, everything that you want, it'll come. You'll win some and lose some, but you'll appreciate life with every rising sun. You can stop the endless run. Live in the moment and be happy now. You have a lot to be thankful for.
We were living in a storage unit and got kicked out because it got so popular. Everyone was talking about it. It was even on the news. We lived in a U-Haul after we got kicked out of the storage unit. We used that same U-Haul to set up our new homeless spot next to the shopping mall. There were no private property signs, but someone owned this land and kicked us off. So then we moved into a hotel, and then we got evicted from that, and we're homeless again. This is our second time being homeless. We know how to survive, and we're gonna stay out here until we save up enough money to where we pay off all our debt and get a tiny home. We gotta raise our credit really high. So it's not just about money. It
is a major savings, that is true, but again, I want everyone to have a place to live, and everyone has their own different struggles, and it's just unfortunate to see it come to just the everyday people who are trying to make it and trying to do the right thing and still struggling. And I hate to see that. I hope more people are going to start their own businesses. I hope more people are going to take action and realize that relying on a job or a boss and the system that we've had for many, many, many decades is just not enough anymore, and people are going to have to create their own thing.
We lived in a U-Haul.
So we're getting inside, we're getting inside.
When your pen around ain't married, we have our queen size bed.
The closet.
And you see the closet over there with our 2 dressers.
Let me set the TV up.
We got a flat screen TV, you feel me? Yes, we do.
2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Our kitchen right there.
Our footrest. This our ottoman, y'all, right here.
Go on, lift up that pillow so they can see it.
Yeah,
We got
yeah.
a pantry.
Oh, yeah, show them.
Let's take the TV down first.
Yeah, take the TV down.
Put the TV back in the box. And over here you find
The pantry.
food.
It's giving kitchen cabinet. Yes, it is.
Cabinet. What's over here?
You know, that's our other stuff.
Snacks.
Mm-hmm. We got our comforters and blankets and whatnot. We got
I ain't nothing right there.
juices and stuff. This is our bathroom slash closet.
It's really important if people find themselves in this situation to take it one day at a time and realize and really fight to make sure you get up tomorrow. Really fight. And it's hard seeing videos of people like, what's the point? I get it. And, you know, we're feeling it. But I just want to encourage you that don't make a permanent decision for a temporary setback for you. I hate the fact that not everybody who is living gets their own place. I hate that. I hate that people struggle to put a roof over their head, and it's being resorted to by moving into a U-Haul, moving into a storage unit. And it's just sad to see this, but we're going to need to figure out what to do about it. And the thing is you can only cut back so much. People are going to need to make more money, but it's just kind of crushing people in so many different directions. But if you're struggling financially, if you're struggling in this situation, you're fearing layoff, you're fearing homelessness, focus on what can we do to help you get more money and position you better into the future. If that's you, I want to encourage you to check out my workshop that's coming up. When I got laid off, I was able to start an online business and replace my full-time income within the first 90 days. And I want to help other people that are moving in that direction and kind of want to get away from the system. So check that out. And if not, watch this video here.